Hey guys, Donnell with donnellsstitchery here. How's everybody doing this morning? It is Saturday, February 7th, and a couple minutes before 10 a.m. I couldn't help it. I just had to try and hit that button. I could not help it. I could not wait till 10 o'clock. I'm just not that patient. I'm a very impatient person. Imagine living with me being so impatient. It's like I need instant gratification. Anywho, so we are going to jump over here into the chat and say hello to all of my wonderful peeps that are here. We got Michelle from Michelle Crass and More, and Auntie Patricia. She said she's all set up, ready to go. I swear that woman. Auntie Patricia messaged me this week saying that she was already working on today's portion. I would not doubt it if she already had it done. Yeah, all good and fun. So everybody talking about the weather. Hey, Lori, how you doing, sweetheart? And Miss Dawn Stewart. I see Miss Brenda Foley. And hey, Amber, how you doing, sweetheart? And Miss Aracel, Miss Linda, coffee and ready to sew and have fun. Yay! Okay, put a heart in the chat if you're sewing along with me on this project. This is so much fun. I'm actually really enjoying this. I cannot believe that I got every one of my pieces, the top two corners, snowballed, as well as trimmed and pressed. And I got all of my large squares with my Line Smart. I was so impressed with myself. And I did this since Wednesday. So, and yes, I had to work too. Let's see, not quite done. I saved some for this morning. Good girl. All right, so if anybody is curious on what it is that we're working on, it is a pattern out of this book called 12-Pack Quilts. If you do exclamation sew along into the chat, that'll drop the link for this book because I will be doing multiple sew alongs this year out of this book. I really like the patterns in here, and that each pattern only needs 12 fat quarters and then the background fabric and borders. And this here is the pattern that we are working on currently, and that's called the Heart's Desire. And so first thing we did is we snowballed these top two corners, the hearts of each half of the heart. And today we're going to snowball the bottom corner. So last week I did already go and change the name of this past Wednesday's live stream to stay steps 1 through 3, which was pulling out the fabrics that you need for each block, drawing a diagonal line on your small squares, and then stitching them on and trimming them off and pressing them. So now today we're going to work on steps 4 through 6, which is taking our large squares, these right here, drawing a line on them, stitching them on, pressing them over, and then we're going to sew the two halves together today. I'm doing this a little quicker than what I initially planned, just because of the fact that, for one, I'm taking all of next week off and doing this because I got guests on my channel next week, one on Wednesday and one on Saturday. Good morning, Miss June. Good morning, Miss Brenda Chauvin. And bless me. And so that way there it gives everybody time to get everything done up from this week and caught up, because that way there the following week, which would be that Wednesday will be the 18th, we will be putting our blocks together into rows and the rows attaching into the quilt top. And then the final week of this month, we will be putting on our borders and finishing up our quilt. That way there we can have this done completely all within 1 month. Let's see. Hey, Amber, Linda, good morning. My book is already on its way. Yay! Yeah, I think this would be a fun little thing. I want to do like my idea is to do a sew along one every other month. So like our next one would be in April, and which would be Kisses, which would be the second set of fat quarters that I got in my Cotton Cuts collection, which is this one here. This would be our next one. So, but okay. Then let's see here. Okay, so we're just gonna start sewing. So what you need to do is take your big squares. Let me draw down to the other camera here. So what you need to do is take your big squares here and separate them out into equal things and draw your lines. You need the lines going down into this version here, so that way there, when you stitch it up, it'll create the nice, beautiful heart. Bottom angles of the heart. Then for your fat quarters, these here, hey Amanda and Vintage Joe. So then for your fat quarters, what you need to do is also separate those out into two different piles, two equal different piles. So if you guys, like say 6 of this one here, you need 3 in this pile and 3 in this pile. Because that way there you can be able to try and do that and do that. And it keeps it all nice and organized and separated. Hey, Ingrid. So I'm going to move one pile out to the side over there. This one here I'm going to move over here. And this I'm going to put in my lap. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these. I'm going to put this pile over here, I think. Or, no, put it out to the side right here. Got to make sure you keep this in the correct orientation, because if you flip it around or anything, then you just mess yourself up. Let's see. And anybody in here that has a channel on YouTube, you can do exclamation selfie, and it will drop your link just how Michelle had just done. So we're going to take this, we're going to place it right on top of this entire bottom portion of this here. Make sure everything's lined up nice and pretty. If you like, you can even go ahead and pin it. Just a small little pin on each side to make sure we get no wiggles. And then you stitch on both of these lines, on both of the lines. That way there, when you get done, you got no big major waste. I just pull my thread a little bit and go right down the second line. Trim my toe, and I'm just going to leave that block on there so that way there, as I'm going, it's already done and it's on there. Now I grab my next piece and do this one. Take out those 2 pins to put in here. So I already got both of my lines sewn on here. As you see here, I got both of my lines sewn on. So now I'm just going to take my scissors. You can take a rotary cutter or whatever. Hey, Heather, how you doing, honey? Hey, Rita. I am totally loving that dress-in block that you're doing. That is going to be so cute. And so now we already have a half square, a nice, beautiful, large half square triangle. And if you take your snips and you just trim it right at the edge, now you've already cut off the dog ears. And you're capable of pressing one way or the other. Right now, I'm just going to press this to one side. Or to finger press this open. And I like to press on both sides. And now we got a beautiful half square triangle. And this is going to be part of my border that I'm going to do. So I'm putting that off to the side. And then when we press this one, right there. Now we got this. We got one half of our heart completely done. And all set, ready to be stitched in together. Let's see. Hello, everyone. I'm making another dress-in, but it is not one that is 360. Oh, wow. Awesome sauce. I love that fabric. Wow. Me too, girl. Me too. I actually want to look it up to see what it is or where I can get it because it is so pretty and I want more of this. Me too. It's like a watercolor type of thing. I love the watercolors fabrics. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do it this next one, this colorway, so that way there we can get that done up. And then we're going to do the other three of the other one, of the other direction, of this color. So that way there we can go ahead and get this heart here assembled. One thing I love about this pattern here is like so easy to follow, super quick and easy. Like I could see myself doing this up in a day with no problem. I'm just going to put the pins back over here because it's not a problem holding that in place. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and grab the other three of the same color. Because I want to be able to show you all of the steps for the steps 4 through 6 for today's. I need to make some hearts. Yes, girly. It looks kind of like an alcohol ink effect. Yes, with some gold accents put on top of it. So pretty. So now we're going to take these and do it from the other direction. So how this one here is done up on, I boo-booed that one. Which means now I need to do this one this way. See, this is why you got to pay close attention. Orientation is important on this. I'm glad I noticed that. And this one, obviously, if I did this one in the correct direction. Yep, I did both of those backwards. So, essentially, there's our heart. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, let's see. Another one going this direction. So orientation is very important on when you're sewing this. Because if you mess it up, then you're going to have to unpick if you don't catch it in time like I did. Because the first one I sewed correctly, and then the next two I did backwards. I see why, because I moved my thing over here to where they were not angled the correct way. So when I picked it up and moved it over here, it was already in the wrong direction. You don't want to play with Jack today? No, Auntie Patricia. Victoria needs to stay in her desk. It is too cold for Victoria to come out. Victoria needs to stay inside of her desk. And I call her Victoria because she looks like a fancy old-fashioned one. And I love it, which is why I bought her. Let's see. So now we got one set here. Before I finish stitching down that one there, I'm going to make sure I'm going to correct direction for all these. So I am trimming off my pieces here, making a big huge mess on my sewing desk, and that's okay because I'll get it cleaned up in a moment. So I got my half square triangles I'm putting over here. That one is correct, I believe. Let's see. Yep. Okay, there's two more hearts. There's another heart. I'll show those to you guys in just a few moments. I'll get them finger pressed. Okay, so let's do this one, and I got one more half to do. Okay, so that one goes this direction, so now I need one from over here to go that direction. That way they're opposites attract. Let's see. Okay, hello. Hey, Katie. Hey, Sylvia. Let's see. If you make both halves the same way, then do that to another set and you can have hearts made with two colors. Definitely. Yeah, I'm just trying to stick with the way that the pattern is written for the sew along. And orientation is not my friend. Okay, now we can trim these. Make sure we have them in the correct direction though before I trim, because once you trim, there's no going back. There we go. We're good. It's always best to make sure you double check it before you trim off anything. Because once you trim off those corners, there is no going back from that. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Jean Moosley. Hey, Katie Crafts. I know I'm supposed to look like a professional over here. Sorry, guys. If you're looking for a professional, wrong show. Okay, so what you want to do now is you can either press it open. Right now, I'm pressing this to the side, to my background. I'm just doing a finger pressing. Come here, you little thread. I see you. You can't hide from me. So now what we're going to do is, so step 6 is where we put these two halves together. Let's see, orientation I can handle. Patience is on the other hand, is not my friend. So I'm going to try and show you guys a little secret I did for this part up here. When I did these, I pressed, okay, so these I pressed open, but most of them I pressed the right side of each piece, or the left side of each piece I pressed up. The other side I pressed towards the print fabric. And that way there, whenever I put them together, then it doesn't cause up a big, huge ruckus. So now what we want to do is we want to make sure that we got everything lined up just perfectly, because we want our hearts to actually look like hearts. So we're going to pin. And then down here, we want these pieces to join up the way that they're supposed to. So we're going to pin. And that way there, everything lines up just beautifully. At least that's our goal. So we have a good, nice, beautiful, what I thought this was professional Victoria channel. Girl, you crazy. Hey, you know there's nothing professional about this channel. I try to be a good girl at least and keep the language clean. So now I am going, because there's a lot of going on in here, I am pressing these seams open. But then again, I also like pressing seams open, because open seams leaves for a flatter seam, in my opinion. And a lot easier whenever I go to quilt this myself. Hey Mona, how you doing, hon? And now we have a nice, gorgeous, beautiful heart. That still needs a lot of pressing, but especially since down here and this middle seam is all finger pressed. But isn't this absolutely gorgeous? I love it. It's so pretty. And you could even do like some embellishing into the center of these. This alone could be a pillow or something, a small couch pillow or something, or a wall hanging, or a quilt. It comes out to, let's see here, we got 10, just a little over 10 and a half, and 10 and a quarter. So 10 and a quarter by 10 and a half. Let's see what the book says it's supposed to be. Because, you know, my stuff never comes out how it's supposed to be. Says it should be 10 and a half inch square. Not in my book. Yeah, I'm a little on the short side. I must have did a bigger seam in the center, because it's just like about 1/8 of an inch off. But overall, it's super beautiful. So now we are going to, I'm going to get the rest of these other 3 done up. So we're just going to do this where I'm just finger pressing. I'll go back and press with my iron after the stream. Make sure I got the 2 correct halves. Trim away any yuckiness. Wow, that is amazing. Put some antique lace on it. Wow. Or now that you would look so amazing as a patch on back of a jacket. Ooh, yes, girly. Patch on the back of a jacket would be gorgeous for that too. Okay, so for these 2 large pieces down here, so that way there they nest, I'm doing one towards the print and one towards, pressing one towards the print and one towards the background. That way there, whenever I lay them over on top of each other, they nest. That way there is another good way of knowing that, because see, now you got where the seams are nesting together. And it makes it easier to line them up. And then up here, it is not lining up properly. Well, poopykins. Because I want these to line up, but this one is not wanting to line up. This one is wanting to be totally off. Let's see. Let's line up here first. There we go. That's not working. Why is this not lining up? They're all the same. Obviously something I messed up on my cutting or in my sewing. One of the two. Let's see. Cute stickers. Thank you, Mona. I love my dinosaur stickers and my squirrel stickers. I love them, love them, love them. You know what? It's going to be slightly off. It's okay. It is what it is. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect. And I'm not going to sweat over it because this is just holding up the live stream. And I don't want to hold up the live stream. No, 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 no. Okay, so now we can grab the next two. These I just wound up pressed. That one I just pressed open. So we're going to leave it pressed open. So if you don't press open, I do recommend you press one direction and one the other direction. That way there they nest. And I am matching up my top and bottom. Okay, cut all my threads. Match up the top of the heart and the bottom of the heart. Put the bigger side towards the bottom, and as you stitch across, it will even out. Don't worry about the outer edges. That is very true. I just wound up just holding it together and going with it. Letting it do whatever it wanted to do. So I'm like, you know, I'm done fighting with you. Because no matter what, it's coming out beautiful. And I can always trim if I wanted to. Which I will be. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Going to learn, trying to fix kitchen cupboards. No problem at all, Mona. So, and then I will be going back and trimming this down and everything. I'm going to measure them all once I have them all completely done and square them all up to the same size. But now I got all three of these hearts done up. And that is steps 4 through 6, which is marking your large squares, sewing them onto the correct direction. That's the biggest thing. Paying attention to your orientation of which way that you're doing these. And then my thought process for these other triangles that I'm saving. So the little ones I decided I'm not keeping. I'm going to pass those along to someone else. So what I'm thinking is these would be super cute if I mix them up. And create like these chevron looks to them. Or flying geese, whatnot. But I'm thinking, obviously not along beside the same matching print, but this would be super cute. Ah, my hair is stuck in my glasses arm. There we go. But I think this would be super cute as a border going along the outside edge of all of the quilt. Thank you, Miss June. Mina is a carpenter now. Yay! Oh, Mona is a carpenter now. Auntie Patricia, us women have to be jacks of all trades, hence why I will be fixing my recliner couch section today myself. You got this, girlie. So, I think this would be super cute along the outside of this. See if I can't get this angled better. There you go. Thinking either like this or, ooh, how about like that? That looks better, I think. I think this here looks like a really cute design for going along the outside. But I'm going to make sure that the print that I have here is not the same print that's beside the outside heart. But I think that'd be a really cute border, and then I'll be doing the final border. So now I'm just going to speed through and be stitching out the rest of these. So I'm bringing you guys all along for the ride. Make sure I got my stack over here on the right direction now. I am just going to go down one side, and then after each section, I'll go down the other. Okay. I'm turning off this camera here for a second, guys, because I got to show you all this. So Little Miss Peaches and Kiwi. There's Kiwi, or there's Peaches, and over here is Kiwi. And they were just right there up against that glass, guys, throwing up a fuss and fighting with each other. But I had to show you guys because it is just so cute. See, I think I will use the half squares into a long pillow for my bed. That'd be a really good idea too. Yeah, because I'm like, okay, I'm not doing anything with these smaller ones that I already cut off. I'm going to send these out to some lucky person to have them. However, at the same time, these larger ones I am not sending out. I am keeping those for myself. I think they make a great border, whether being on the sides or on the top and bottom. Make it my own a little bit, you know? I got to give it my own little twist. I have a feeling summer has arrived. It was 89 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday, and it is supposed to be 90 today. Quit bragging. Nobody likes it when you're bragging about those nice hot temperatures that we're not getting. Yeah, let's see. Today it is currently 8 degrees. 8. See, oh, Rita, can I have half of your temps? Okay, so I'm done with that one. So now I'm going to flip Oh, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and do it the other 3 for this one. That way that I can make sure that my pieces are all going in the correct direction of each other. Because we need the first 3 going angled that way, second 3 angled this way. That way there I can keep my orientation perfect. Yeah, but come March, it starts those triple digits. Ew, no. You can keep that all for yourself. I don't want nothing to do with them triples. I'm not even a fan of the 90s. I like the 70s and 80s. To me, 75 is beautiful and the most comfortable spot that there is. 75 to 80. Nothing more than 80 though. Girl, it was 80 degrees at my house yesterday and I couldn't even enjoy it. I had a migraine so bad I was practically non-functional. Oh no, girlie, I'm so sorry. I'm making starter pots for plants here. Awesome sauce, Sylvia. Oh, it feels like temp is 5. Yeah, I don't know what the feel like temperature is. I know last night it was some bad wind outside last night. It was driving the puppies crazy because they could hear the wind chimes going off. I'm like, guys, it's just the wind. Calm down. So now I got all 6 of this print on here and all in a chain link. So that way there I can be able to get them all done up. Okay, this is the second half. So now I'm just going to trim these because it's pulling on the fabric too much. That one's done. That one's done. And I'll lay them all out into matching rows so that way there I can see, make sure that they're all done up in the correct direction before I trim them all. Let's see. 35 degrees here in South Greenland feels like a heat wave. Feels like a negative 13 where Lori's at. I know those tied to migraines, they do me in. Yes, girl. Yeah, I usually get migraines only whenever it is getting around that time where I am having my hormonal imbalances, and they are horrific. I hate them with a passion. I've not had one in a while, so I am happy. Knock on wood. Okay, so now we're going to lay these all down. Make sure I have these all in the correct orientation and direction and everything compared to the other 3. Okay, we're good. So now I'm going to go ahead and trim these off and set these out to the side, and I'll get them all pressed after the live stream. So are there any questions regarding this, or Any comments regarding this? I'm glad I only get a few migraines a year, but this one was really bad. Girl, I am so sorry that you have to deal with that. Yeah, mine was like every month, and I would get it for like 3 days before that change, the imbalance, or that time of the month. And then it would last for like 3 days to a week. And growing up, I never knew what caused it. It wasn't until I hit adult age where we were able to finally figure it out. Whenever one of my migraines was so bad, it actually lasted like 3 weeks and put me in the hospital because I was at the point where I was blacking out. It was like 3 weeks of nonstop horrific migraines, like light blinding, sound cruise. Aw, thank you, Heather. Said my hearts are beautiful. She was my real one too. So I'm gonna finger press these all open because that way there, whenever I go to press them later at the ironing board, at my little ironing mat over here, it'll make it a whole lot easier. I do not have that on right now, and I don't feel like having that on right now. So we're just finger pressing these. I press on the top or on the underside, and then I flip it over and press on the top. Did you guys enjoy Donna's live stream last night? I think it was awesome. I love her quilt. That Quiltaveller quilt is so pretty. Let's see. Do I just have a hard time with cold weather? Rita, yes, the cold can be tough. Yes, it can. It can be brutal. Okay, so I'm not going to have you guys sit here and watching me pressing all these. I'll press them all later. Now we're going to start on the orange. Let's see, I'm enjoying this so much. First time using a fat quarter pack. Awesome sauce, Auntie Patricia. I hope I opened up your eyes to a whole new world. Because fat quarters are absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite pre-cuts. So now we're going to start off with this one here. We're going to do the first three that go in the same direction, and then we'll follow it up with the other three. Let's see. So it was great. My vision was messed up more than normal, so I just sat and listened to her. Awesome. I actually think this one started on Monday, eased up on Wednesday, and went downhill Thursday to what I dealt with yesterday. Ugh, it was terrible. Is it all gone now? That's the important question. Is it completely gone now? I keep chocolate in my refrigerator. That helps with the migraine sometimes. Mine are actually get worse with migraines. Or with chocolate whenever I have migraines. For me, quiet, darkness, and a cold rag on the back of my neck helps the most. Another thing I actually found out that since mine are hormonal related, another good thing for me to do is I keep Model PMS around, or the off-brand of menstrual called Menstrual Relief, and that helps out with mine quite a bit since mine are hormonal related. So that might be something that you can try, Heather. If yours are, I don't know if yours is hormonal related or not, or it might be weather related. It is so hard to tell what they are actually related to or brought on by. Well, I'm glad that the vast majority has gone, Heather, because those are no fun at all, especially when you got little ones you got to take care of. That's the worst. Okay, just brought over the other orange. And now I just need to make sure I bring over my 3 squares for this. Just don't want to mess this up. Yep, it's going opposite. Opposites. Opposites attract. Let's see, I could take pills. I would try it, Donnell, but I can't take a pill to save my life. Oh, girly. I'm so sorry. Okay, so these here, these are the first 3. And I'm going to keep this over here to the side so that way there I can use it as a reference as I'm doing these other ones to make sure I keep this angled in the correct direction. And I have the 3 I just done right over here, right beside of my table, so that way there I can see it and make sure I'm doing this in the correct direction for me. Stress is one that gives me a bad migraine, so I have to attempt at keeping stress as low as possible. Yeah, stress is a big trigger as well. But not so much for my migraines anymore. For my migraines now, it's more of, okay, it's anytime I'm having an imbalance of my hormones is my huge trigger. Like if I get stressed out about something and I don't discuss it with my husband or whoever it is that's involving, and I'm thinking on it way too hard and not talking about it, then yes, it will definitely cause me to have a migraine. So now I just know that whenever something is bothering me, I have to open up and talk about it. Now I'm just going back and doing my second stitching on these so I can be able to cut off that has for triangle. I'm flipping them around in different directions so that way they're ease of getting it all in here, done up. I hear that wind is out there barreling again. So now we have these 3 here. Make sure I laid them all down nice and pretty. I don't know where this blue thread keeps coming from. I haven't even been doing anything with the blue thread. Oh, you know what? It's probably from me working over on the other one last night, the Tangle Star. So there we go. I got the nice good angle on both sides for my hearts. So now I'm going to put these on top of each other and set them over here. And let's see, 10:48. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop the live stream for today. It's a little bit on the earlier side, but tomorrow I'll make it up to y'all. We'll go a little bit longer on the hand sewing, okay? So tomorrow I will be live on here. I promise you guys I will be live. I know I've not been on live on my channel on a Sunday in the past couple of Sundays. But tomorrow will be. I'll be doing my English paper piecing. Let's see. Same here. I do not take any meds. Once in a while, maybe a Tylenol, but other than that, nothing. Yeah, the only thing I really ever truly take is Motrin, and I try to even avoid that. I use more of a cream than Motrin now. So the ones I hate are the ones that give me severe vertigo. Then I get super dizzy. Then I have limited vision as it is, but then migraine causes those light flashes and cannot see anything. Yes, those are the ones I hate the most. Let's see. Honestly, okay. Aw, poor Jesse. Give Jesse lots of lovin's. He needs extra snacks. He needs extra snack goodies. Yes, you need to go give him extra goodies and special attention. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful, beautiful day. We will pick this back up. I want you guys to get all through all steps 1 through 6, because when we come back, and make sure you square them all up to where that way the height and the width are all the same, because then when we come back, we're going to be putting our blocks together into rows. So it's going to be fun, and it's going to be super gorgeous. And I am going to be setting up a Facebook page today, so that way there you guys can all go over and drop your pictures over into Facebook of your guys' progress and all your works of art and everything, because I'd love to see all your guys' stuff, but I don't have anything set up for all you guys. So I'm going to do that, and it's going to be to where that way there you do get, and I'll make a short video of it whenever I do, when I get it done, because I got to go take care of Grandma and Mama first. And then I'll be coming back and getting that done up. So everybody have a great day. I love you guys all so much. Bye.